I am going to show you how I got Torchic from Pokemon Ruby into Pokemon Home. We start off with Pokemon Ruby on my Game Boy Advance. I start off by placing my Blaziken in the Pokemon Center to breed with Ditto. I then do a long cycle to get my Torchic egg. Once I get my egg, it's another long cycle for Torchic to hatch. This took me about 10 minutes, and I should have gotten a Pokemon with Flame Body in hindsight to quicken the process. Finally, I get my hatched Torchic, which I named Torchamp so that I can easily identify it later through all the transferring procedures. I then store it in my PC box so that I can retrieve it in the next game, which is Pokemon Soul Silver. I chose Pokemon Soul Silver over Pokemon Platinum because Pokemon Platinum only allows a transfer of 6 Pokemon every day, whereas in Soul Silver, it gives unlimited transfers. I then navigate to the Migrate from Ruby page and click Yes to migrate my Pokemon from Pokemon Ruby. The Pearl Park is in the previous Safari Zone in the Kanto region. Thankfully, my first Pokemon is Torchic, so I got that right out of the way. The Pearl Park is divided into 4 or 5 different zones, so depending on the Pokemon I import, I have to go through all the other zones to get the rest of the Pokemon. Thankfully, the minigame has a 100% catch rate, and the difficulty in this area is just finding all the Pokemon in the different zones. So once they're all caught, they are brought into the PC, and we're ready to head to the next game, which is Pokemon Black 2. In Pokemon Black 2, we have to go to this place called the Poke Transfer Lab and meet this guy and get DS wireless communications to be launched. At this point, I need 2 DSs. Thankfully, my Nintendo 3DS can act as the other DS. And over here, I'm doing the DS download play. At this point, I'm selecting my 6 Pokemon from the Pokemon PC in Soul Silver. These will be the Pokemon that will play in this other catching minigame. And as you can see, you have to catch all 6 for the minigame to be a success. Which isn't too bad, it's easier than the previous one. After all that process is done, we can now head back to Pokemon Black 2. And now the important part about this is that as it is being transferred back into the PC, I have to ensure that it is saved in the correct one, and that will be box 1, whichever box 1 is. And in that case, it will be transferred into the Poke Transporter. Now the Poke Transporter is a Nintendo 3DS app, and it requires you to have Pokemon Black 2 or the white equivalents. So now I connect into it. And there's some slight issues here because some of my Pokemon is probably glitched and I cannot transfer those over. So only the legit ones get transferred over. And for this case, it will transfer my entire box over into Pokemon Bank. Now into Pokemon Bank. Pokemon Bank allows us to skip a lot of games. However, I still need Pokemon Omega Ruby X or Y or Pokemon Sun and Moon in order to access the feature that I need to get my Pokemon from Poke Transporter into Pokemon Bank. After launching the app and of course taking advantage of the free trial period, I connect to the servers and I get my Torchic from the transport box. With the Torchic being transferred out into Bank 3, I have successfully placed my Torchic into Pokemon Bank, and I can start the process of transferring it into Pokemon Home through the import feature. With that in place, I start my import process into Pokemon Home. And with that out of the way, I select the third box and get Torchic imported into Pokemon Home. First, I need to get the key. To get the key, I need to launch Pokemon Home on my Nintendo Switch. With all the login processes out of the way, and some certain warnings to ensure that you know it's a one-way journey, I start the moving process. I get the key, and now I can go back to my 3DS and input the key that I got from my Nintendo Switch. Once that is done, my Pokemon Torchic is in Pokemon Home. And as can be seen, after swiping, my Torchic is found in Pokemon Home and can be seen that it is first met in the Hoenn region, and thus, its long journey has finally come to an end.